আমরা সবাই এতদিনে জেনে গেছি স্যানিটেশন মুভমেন্টে বিন্দেশ্বর পাঠক একটা নাম নয়, সম্পূর্ণ প্রতিষ্ঠান। আজ থেকে 3 দশক আগে তিনি যখন স্যানিটেশন মুভমেন্ট শুরু করেছিলেন, সেটা সবচেয়ে বিস্তার লাভ করেছিল শহর কেন্দ্রিক। তাহলে কি তিনি সেই সময় রুরাল ইন্ডিয়ার কথা চিন্তা করেননি? এক খোলামেলা আলাপচারিতায় সেই সব দিনগুলোতে তার স্বাধীন চিন্তার কথা জানালেন আমাদের প্রতিনিধিকে।
Why the rural sanitation of India was not the primary thirst for Sulabh?
Actually, when I design a thing, always think whether people will accept it or not, and people will feel happy to have the toilets. So you have to see rural central program in a cultural context. This is very important. Unless you view in the cultural context, you cannot find a solution. What happened? That during Puranic period, there is a book called Devi Puran. It has been mentioned that nobody should defecate near human habitation. So where they should go? So they have suggested that throw an arrow, and where it falls down or at the same distance, you go, dig a small pit, put some grass and leaves, and then defecate. After it is over, put some grass and leaves and fill with the soil. So it was given very hygienic practice. It was suggested to Indians not to defecate near human habitation. So Indians have been defecating outside. While designing a house, they never thought to have a toilet inside the house. They have puja room, they have well to draw water, but not a toilet. My house is very big house, built by my grandfather. That house have many rooms. Then that's grinding, what you can say, to grind grains. Then well to draw water. So women had to go outside for drawing water, but no toilet. So my mother, my auntie, my sisters, my grandmother, all used to go outside for defecation. Now, the question is that from 5,000 years, you have been telling not to defecate near human habitation. Now you say there should be a toilet inside the house and don't go outside. So culture takes time to change. I am sociologist by background. So therefore, you will have to view, design a thing to have culture in your mind. So now the water, Hindus and Muslims around the world, they use water for ablution. If you give them toilet without water, they would accept it. Now, so what should have been and what I designed, that first I will go to some of the beneficiaries like Mukhiya and others, 5-10 people in the village who have some money to eat food. So I will go to them first and persuade them to have toilets in their homes. Then who the next? The persons who have roots in the villages but live in the urban areas, in towns and cities. So those who live in urban areas like me, I managed open defecation for 18 years in the village. Now, if I ask my son and daughters, come to my village, they will ask, is there a toilet? I said, no. Oh, father, please forgive me. So now that those who have roots in the villages, they need toilets in their homes. So these are the two clienteles. So when I design in the very beginning, we should construct toilets first to those who have money, and second those who live in urban areas. And then the program should continue further, should trickle down. So my advice was not accepted by the government before 2014, when the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, said from the Red Fort that every house should have a toilet. Even today, they are not giving adequate amount to build their toilets. And they got built 54 million toilets, and all became dysfunctional. They spent about 1,200 crores rupees of no use. I say if you build one toilet, it should be functional. And then I invented the technology in 68, 69, and there I have provided two pits. That one pit should be used, other kept standby. When the first one is full, switch over to another one. And when second one is full, or after 2 years of the use of the first one, you can take out as a manure, fertilizer. So alternately it will work. Now suppose in the evening, if it is full, where the whole family will go? Easy to divert. In 5 minutes, 10 minutes you can divert. But to build a new toilet, a new construction, it will take time. So what happened? What happens in this country? The Planning Commission now says Niti Aayog, and the political persons on the helm of affairs and the brokers, they say, what I say, you accept. They do not know whether the society will accept or not. There is a story of a village that a Brahmin was approached by the block officers to have a cow to mitigate his poverty. So people used to go talk to him and suggested that you should have a cow. The Brahmin used to say, I am a Brahmin, I have not cut the grass, I have not fed cow so far. So what I will do with a cow? And they used to say, okay, this is a real story. There was one B.N. Singh, consultant in the Planning Commission. He was sent to the Pandits, Brahmin of the village. He went and asked the same question, and he replied the same. Then he asked, tell me, how your poverty can go? How you can earn your living? He said, look, give me a panchang. Panchang is just a thing to see the astrology and like this. He said, from where I will buy the panchang? Take 500 rupees, buy the panchang, and show me what to do with this. So he came back. Now that Brahman bought a panchang to see the astrology, and he started giving advice to the clients. So he used to go every day in the local market and come back in the evening. After 6 months, B.N. Singh went to see the Pandit in that village. He stayed with the Mukhiya of the village. First day, Pandit ji did not come to see. Second day also did not come to see. So third day Singh suggested to Mukhiya ji, please now we should go to Pandit's house. He is not coming to us. So Mukhiya ji and Singh, they all were coming to meet Pandit ji, and Pandit ji was having water in his pot and the panchang in his left. What do you say this one? And then they met on the way. So Mr. Singh asked Pandit ji, I am here for the last 3 days. You are not coming to meet us. Said Mr. Singh, you gave me panchang. Now I go to local market every day and to show the panchang and to help the people. And every day I come at about 10:30 to 11. So I did not find time to meet you. Today I thought to go meet you, and I was going the same marketplace for my job. Now just see, that panchang changed the life of the Pandits, not a cow. But the government of India planning is that no, I am government, I am a politician, I am officer, I am telling you, and this can help you to remove the poverty. And that is a tragedy of the whole nation, that you are not designing as per the requirement and liking of the people. But you think, I want to thirst, I tell you. So this is a difference between my approach and the government approach. And because of that, now we have started doing Bharati Foundation. This is the trust of a Airtel company, Mittals. When the Prime Minister announced about this program, so he asked me to come, discuss with him, and both we decided that Bharati Foundation will give money. I gave the design, good one, functional, durable, and the company, the foundation agreed to finance. Now, we are going house to house, motivate, educate, and people agree, they build the toilets. And also we follow up, whether they are using, not using, and people of the, or authorities of the foundation, they also go house to house to see whether good construction is going on, people are liking, not liking, accepting, not accepting. So this program is becoming very successful. So there are three persons. One, the donor. One, those who are implementing, and second, the beneficiary. And when they all three go to see the toilet, all these mouths open up, all start smiling, because this is a very good program going on. Like the Boeing company, I take an old village, Korali, in Mawat area, and this Boeing company is giving money, and we are doing. Like Brit company in Bhadohi, that's a carpet making company. Likewise, the ONGC, the Cell, all State Bank of India, NFSL, HSC Bank, many agencies are there. I cannot tell you all names. So now the program is going very well, and this I am suggesting. I have written to Prime Minister many times that unless you adopt this methodology, this way, the program cannot go ahead. So the answer to your question is that designed in 1974, but now we have started implementation of the program because of the government not agreeing to my suggestion.
Okay, then we can also say that the government on these rural sanitation projects did not had enough projects as well as the adequate funds.
No. They have adequate funds, but they have no vision. Suppose you have 1 lakh rupees, so build 4 toilets. Why 8 toilets? So 4 toilets, very functional, Very good. 8 toilets, dysfunctional. So why do you decide to have 8 toilets? And this happened, that they decided to give more numbers, and all dysfunctional. So this is the difference. That what we suggest, if you have 2 toilets, it should be functional. People should use that. That was the problem. Money is not the problem, but the vision is the problem. And they did not care. People are using, not using. They think, I have given you money, for you to decide.
They do not have a particular motto or to give the benefit to the
They
people.
have motto. They have benefit to, they have every way, they are very good.
But the negligence.
Not negligence. The question is the designing of the whole project.
Okay.
If you design a thing not properly and the fund is not adequate enough, then they will not be successful. So this is, but yes, the government of India has spent about 1,200 crores earlier. Okay? So, because they are officials and the government, and government is God, so who will punish government? Had I misused that money of 1,200 crores, I would have been hanged and not before you today. See? Shanta Kumar, he became minister once of the rural ministry. He asked me to come. Why do you not do in rural areas? I said, sir, if I build the toilets, we have 50,000 people working for us. They will all commit suicide. He said, why they will commit suicide? I said, because, sir, all toilets in the amount you give for the construction will be dysfunctional. And then every day the newspapers will come. Sulabh people did this, Sulabh people did this. So they, out of frustration, they will have to commit suicide. So the whole program is that, as rightly said earlier, that they are not thinking of. I asked one officer, how do you think a toilet has been built in the village? Oh, I passed on money to state government to panchayat. That is enough for me to know a toilet has been built. I do not know what happens there. So unless you give money, I give money to you, or vice versa, you give me, you will not ask me what you have done with the money. So the whole program, because of the government apathy, the rural program could not take on only because the apathy of the government. Now, after the Prime Minister Modi, he is the first person in the after Gandhi that he, from what to say, Red Fort, he announced, I want clean India. I want every house should have a toilet. Nobody should go for open defecation. And people have started working on this project. So that even after nearly 2 years going on, completing, today even the government is sleeping. Even today, after announcement of the Prime Minister. So that is, I have written many times, that jago, jago, wake up, even today. But they say, no, no, it's very good work going on. Because they have not used the toilets in the villages. So that is most important, that what they will have designed, the way we are working. Now role of important, that how you work, how you design. So this is very important for you. We started in 1974, but now we have started working the way I wanted to work, and I have worked now.
So can you just briefly say me the ranges of your various toilets in the rural part?
Yes. Now, leave the government support or donation. Suppose you have to build a toilet, living in a hut. Yeah, daily you earn and live. If I ask you to build a toilet of 10,000 rupees, From where you will get money? So, the question is, I design such a way, like poorest of the poor. I have designed 2 pits with a coal tar drum and 3-inch layer of bricks and 1-inch this slab of stone. Okay? And then the platform with just mud, 1-inch plaster. Pan and water seal both constructed on site by the mason. And there are 6 bamboo sticks. And that toilet has as good as other toilets. The only difference is the materials to be used and duration. But technology is the same. So I design now of 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, like many. Sometimes, suppose there is less space. So what I did, within 2 pits, I provided a pan on the divided divided wall. Let me tell you again. Now is a small space. So I got constructed, I pressed pan on the dividing wall, giving 2 drains. And it requires how much? 6 by 6 land is enough to build toilets. You will not build any toilet in this space. And that can be used by the people. Shuffling grains, cutting fish and having a shop. So that no toilet design in the world has this facility that you can, because of less space, you can use that space also for other purposes. Then people say, no, I like to go outside and enjoy sun and air. We don't want to go inside the toilet. That's good, very good. So I said, okay. I say, I have designed toilet, got constructed toilet for you. You just go with dignity and safety. I have opened roof for you. And go inside the toilet, sing a song, enjoy sun and say air, and that song which I say, जिया बेकरार है, छाई बहार है, आजा मेरे बालमा तेरा इंतजार. That's it. Okay. So enjoy. So what I have done, in narrow lanes you can have a toilet. If you have bamboo or woods like Assam, in like Bengal, West Bengal, you have this burnt claddings. You have stones in Rajasthan. So you can use all the materials locally available. What Gandhi said? Gandhi said, build a house in which the material should be available from 5 miles radius.
So we also know, and you also have said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi also took positive steps in rural sanitation. So what was his plans and how far he has also gone, and what are your opinion about that?
No, Prime Minister has spoken, has given a clarion call, but implementation depends upon the officers. I went to see his principal secretary, Narendra Mishra. I went to see his principal secretary, Sri Nipendra Mishra, and asked him that, sir, why are you wasting money on 12,000? Toilet cannot be built less than 25,000, and he agreed. And then I said, we have 676 districts, 5,924 blocks, 250,000 panchayat, and 6,40,000 villages. So you just ask this people from this CSR, they can take up 1 village, 1 panchayat, 1 block, 1 district, or half district, half block, according to one has the money. And the total cost roughly is about 30,000 rupees. So, if you have 200 toilets required in a village, the amount will come 60 lakh rupees. The panchayat is composed of by and large 3 villages. So, 1 crore 80 lakh. And then the block 60 crore. And the district 600 crore. So, I have given everything, pass and pass, everything. So, it depends upon you to decide. Now, I have written to the NRIs of the Indian NRIs. They are about 20 million in the country. So, you had how much toilets you need? 120 million toilets you need. So, one NRI gives finance for 6 toilets. You can achieve the target. So, I have analyzed in such a way that if you want to do, you can do like this. The role of NGO is important here. I shall tell you later on. So, this is very important. This is possible. What Prime Minister said is possible. Within 3 years we can do it possible. But the bureaucrats have to accept my advice and only then it is possible.